Hello, my friends, and welcome to the open studio for the Zodiac hand broom. And this month we are doing Capricorn. So, an open studio is the point of it is not to teach you exactly how to make a hand broom or make what I'm doing. It's kind of to give you some inspiration. Some of you are going to be able to learn to make what I'm making just by looking at what I'm doing, but you're looking at this point of view versus if you really need a course to teach you to make hand brooms, then check out my Broom and Witch Academy. The link is in my bio, and that is point of view videos. I just can't do that live. Yeah. All right, so let's make a Capricorn broom. So we're Capricorn season, which is, comes with the solstice in December. It is about Capricorn is as an earth sign. It's not fixed. It's cardinal earth sign. Is that right? Cardinal, mutable, cardinal earth sign. The colors are black and brown, and I am going back and forth between. I dyed this. This is like my end of the dyeing bath, and this is like probably the middle. And I've been wanting to use this for something. This one's a little purpley. This is more black. I think I'm gonna go with this black, but it gives you a hint of the brown, I think. So a little bit of hint of brown or tan. And to really come home, we're going to use the brown twine. So yeah, instill the darkness of winter. That time where we're going inside. For me, winter is about like I'm nesting and then I'm learning, which is perfect for Capricorn. When I do a hand broom, I like to first see, like, is my hand a good size around it? And that's how I decide. I'm going with a turkey wing today. We are going to talk more about Capricorn. But before I get distracted, let's get this portioned off so we can get this done. I'm going to do 8 sections for this turkey wing. The Y8 is just associated to Capricorn. So we're going to go with 8 about achievement, about so much 8. The number 8 is about. Give me your thoughts about the number 8. Yes, infinity is course 1. All right, so we get 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have my sectioner over there, and I could pull that out and use it, except for I'm already using it for something else. I'll leave that be. Okay, so I like doing even numbers. I mean, I'll do odd numbers. If I'm doing an odd number, I'll take out 1 first, like what I think I'm going to use, and then I divide. But since it's even, I just do that, like, okay, divide by 2, and then I keep on dividing each section by 2 to get to my number, which is 8 in this section. So here we go. All right, why am I looking like this? Because I thought, no. I was thinking if I was going to add some natural broom corn to this, but stick with the plan and just go. So Capricorn is, I don't know why I'm going off the floor today. I do both. I work off the floor and then I work off the table. I think it's because I was working on rooster tails, which are definitely off the floor. You want that kind of tension for it. I like tails. I like leaving pieces of the twine in there because I work with not magic. So person who gets this can put their intention in of what they want to manifest in this Capricorn season. So it begins with the solstice, right around the solstice, which is when the sun now is at its, I want to say like lowest point, as in it is not the darkest days, right? Like, so And then the sun's going to eventually start picking up a bit again, and light comes back gradually. But with the weather and with the lack of sunlight, it really feels dark, right? But Capricorn, wrap gen. If you don't do your wrappings, you're never going to get to the next thing. We're not going to do numbers today, special. So with Capricorn, that is about ambition, right? They're climbing up the mountain. They are getting all this knowledge that as we travel the Zodiac, right? The Capricorn is gaining the knowledge, the skills, the ambition to do the next thing. And then when we get over to Aquarius, Aquarius is about like letting that knowledge be and be out. And my own reflection of what that kind of means to me is that in the winter months is when I buckle down saying, what do I want to learn? What am I learning this year? So I can bring it and start teaching it, in the spring or maybe in the winter. So that's how I go into it. And it just kind of clicked to me that like, oh, how very Capricorn into Aquarius that is with that. Like I'm going in, I'm learning, and then I'm going to teach what I learned. So I'm getting that knowledge, being ambitious, and then I bring it out. So what is it that you want to learn this winter season? What books are going to be stacked beside your bed for your nighttime reading or that morning reading when you don't want to get out of bed and you want to stay cozy? What kind of podcast are you listening? Like how are you improving your life in this Capricorn season? Like what is your ambition to go on to the next, right? I am counting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then this will be our tie off. So that will be our 8. So what is it that you want to learn? Is it more about broom making? So I will tell you mine, but you got to tell me yours, okay? In the comments. So this year it's a lot more. So I'm in the middle of finishing up a course called Broomsticks, which comes off the back of the hand brooms. So, the next step is you did the hand brooms, kind of like what we're doing right now. And then now we're going to make brooms that have handles. So broomsticks. And as an herbalist with a herbal teaching garden, healing garden, I have always worked with my plants based upon astro herbology, if you would. Astro herbalism. So, elder is connected to Fridays. Fridays are Venus. So with that association, and I want to do more of that with my handles. And I think that will be a whole different class I need to count. So that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to tie off just so if I slip, I can still talk. So like handle, like what does oak symbolize? What does pine symbolize? Sassafras is one I use a lot. Sycamore, like what are the magical properties, and just learning more about that. I've done it all these years with plants and plant magic, but it's time to do things with tree magic. So that's where I'm going this winter on it. Love to see what you are doing. So back to Capricorn. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the furthest planet out that we can see with the naked eye. So it's kind of like the gatekeeper to the unseen, right? Which is kind of cool. It is about boundaries and systems. And some people are like, oh, Saturn, it's like restricted. You think about the rings of Saturn. And I think about Saturn energy more like kind of like what holds us up, what holds us accountable, you know, what gives us structure, right? The rings of Saturn gives us structure. I got to count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got to tie off for 8. Saturn. So in this whole astro herbalism thing I was in, every planet is associated with a body, like structure in your body. So Capricorn is associated with your bones and your kneecaps. Capricorn kneecaps don't, somehow it goes together. But your bones and your structure, your skeleton, and that's the Saturn association. Say it after me, people. Association is, so you see I am giving it a little whoop as I go. All right. So the Saturn's association is your bones and structure, and my little ADHD self needs structure. Someone recently commented in one of my little reels. I said yeah, I'm ADHD, and they commented that I should not self-diagnose, and I kind of disagree with that, because I think self-diagnosing is what we all do it. I don't think we should diagnose other people, though. That might not be nice or ethical. But know thyself, right? If you don't know yourself, like you don't know your chart, how else? How do we strive? How do we get better if we don't know what's going on? So know thyself. So with that being said, go look at your chart. Your 10th, where's your 10th house? Mine just begins Aquarius, starts it, but it's really Pisces. And your 10th house is kind of, so if we've talked about Capricorn, Capricorn is the goat that's going up the mountain, right? Getting to the top, the ambition. If you are a balanced Capricorn, then you are able to balance it with your emotional side, the Cancer, and you're seeing the greater good. Like, how is your ambition bringing to the greater good? If you're unbalanced, you might be stepping on people. So work on that. Okay, I'm going to count now. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We should tie off. So, but it's also associated to, so the 10th house is at the top of the Zodiac. It is kind of how people see us, right? So you see the mountain from the distance, and where do you see me? How do other people see you from the distance, right? Not your inner self, your mushy self. So with Pisces, right, I'm going to be that more, my ambitions, sprinkle a little bit of the, I said it, Aquarius, a little out of the box intuition kind of thing. I don't know, like being a magical broom maker. Yeah, but building my broom empire, but in that way that brings the greater good. How many people can I teach? How many people can I bring joy to? I think some people watch these and it's not about the broom making. It's just for some reason I make them smile, and I'm happy with that. My smile is powerful. Okay. Geek. Know that about yourself, what your superpowers are. Okay, we're counting. And I'm going to try not to use the Sesame Street counting voice, but I it's in my head, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we tie off. We're getting up high with this. Things that I could had done, and I don't really. It is what it is, right? The best things are the mistakes we make, and it's mistakes along the way. I don't know. But we're adding 2 more sections, and we're getting high. So the handle part is gonna, these advancements, we're gonna get high. I could bundle these 2 together, but I don't want it to do that. I want to count for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I am completely where I need to be. I feel I want them a little bulkier. I'm adding some more broomcorn. 5x2. You can always adapt. So if I was not like set on the number 8, I could just stop, and that would be beautiful and pretty. But I am set on the number 8. So I'm going big and I'm going up. If it was really going to bug me, I can make my sections get closer and closer together. But my sections are looking pretty uniform, and I do not want to mess that up. So I'm living dangerously and getting close to the top. And it is what it is, and it's going to turn out amazing. I'm loving the color scheme right now. So Capricorn, right? We're in December, going into January, like those cold, dark months. Sometimes we're just cloud covered and there's no real sunshine. And outside it's dark, and the trees are bare, and you see more. If there's no snow, it's a little maybe like muddy outside, and everything is brown. And I think this color scheme is really getting that. And I'm liking it. Sorry, I just want to. Okay. So let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do you have a favorite Capricorn in your life? Or are you a Capricorn? Or where is Capricorn like falling in your chart? Things to think about. Look, I have a favorite Capricorn. Totally love her. I got to be careful because Capricorns can be like really detectives and discoverers, and they really can do deep dives, I find. And she is one of those deep dive researchers. I know a couple of them. One of them is where I did some of my astrology learning was from a Capricorn. She'll test. But with that being said, she's in the broom closet, but I don't think she watched the season. That's totally good. I don't think she has enough time because she's so busy, and I love her. But if I was to tell her right now, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I just finished this new site for the Broom Witch Academy, which I did. I'm really excited about it. And I want to share it with her. But I'm afraid then she's going to do a deep dive, and she does not have the time right now. She has lots going on in her life. But I'm afraid because she loves me so much, and that's like her mind is, and I get it, my mind works sometimes in a similar fashion. She's got to say like, oh, you could do this better, you could do that better, you could find that, like, wait, well, let's tweak this, let's do that. Did you know that? And I know it's not perfect. And it's not that I don't want the constructive criticism, because I'm okay with that. I always want to do things better. It is that I do not want to take away from the time she does not have. Like anyone else in that sandwich generation, or you still have kiddos, but you're like taking care of your parents. So she is in that age group with me. We're taking care of parents too. And she has other things. So yeah, she doesn't need to be looking at my website and critiquing it. I mean, again, not that I don't mind the constructive criticism. So if anyone goes to the broomwitchacademy.com, the broomwitchacademy.com, which will be up and running after December 25th. Yeah, I'll take construction criticism, but no deep dives are necessarily unless you have the time. Okay, that was 1. We're on 2. Round 3, 4, 5, 6. Get it nice and tight. This is so Saturn, right? Like this, the rings of Saturn, all this binding in, keeping it constructed. Let's go up here. All right, so this is our last one. God, I'm loving it. I'm loving the colors. All right, we gotta put our hanger on. Are we gonna stick with the? We're sticking with the brown. I'm not even going to look at something else. Don't ask me how many inches. I just, yeah. I don't know. All righty. We got that. We're going to need a jerk string. I got a jerk string. And okay, we're good. I like to put one loose one on right this second, just so I can see where I'm at. All right, so while I'm pausing here, go in the comments. Let me know, what are you thinking about the colors? Do you know what house your 10th house, what sign is your 10th house in? How is it affecting you? Is this like new knowledge? Is this exciting? Have you checked out the Broom Witch Academy yet? The Broom Witch Academy. Just message me nicely if I have any typos. It's hard being dyslexic. All right. Now, no, this is, you're probably watching this on YouTube right now if you've gotten this far. So thank you very much. Or you might have watched it in the Broom Closet. For those, or like the Broom Closet, I have a private Facebook group called the Broom Closet. You can, the link will be in my bio. And it is for people that are interested in traditional brooms. And they could be as a collector. We got to count now. So let me do it quick. So as a collector, as a maker, as someone who wants to learn, that is what the Broom Closet is for. And it's a great place. So this is done live in the Broom Closet before it comes over onto YouTube. And one of the lucky Broom Closet members is going to win this. So that's always amazing. So good reason to be in the Broom Closet. Okay, that was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just trying not to get my handle there. My hanger. I use the words hanger and handle interchangeably, though they are different things. This here is a hanger. This here is a handle. And I know I say it wrong. I went to a doctor today and they're like, hey, any menopause signs? You're looking really good. I don't think you're like, oh. I'm like, brain fog? I don't know. But I've always never known how to speak properly. Someone said that's because I have a lot of angel energy in there. So maybe that's it. I don't know. What do you think? All right. You know me. I'm going to leave some string so we can do some knot magic. Technically, I'm not going to do the knot magic. I'm going to let the person who, oh my God, I just love them. I'm in love with the colors. I am in love with these. Oh my, I feel like it is just, it has this, I want to say like antique folk, like, what are the words? What words would you describe it? Give me some words. But it's just, it's like historic, like, I don't know. Okay. If you know me, I have a Capricorn. This is really going to bling off of it. This is silver last month, I think I went with bronze, but someone was like, oh, I should have been silver. It would have popped. And though for a moment, I'm like, ooh, I should go look and see if I have bronze. But I like how the silver is going to pop. Okay. Now, do I have... Yes, I do. Okay. Going through the desk, I see it. Can you see this? It is... Who had braces? Oh, okay. Yes, your hands, if sometimes when you dye, this is why we only use them decorative, the ones that are dyed, and we do not use them functionally. So if you had braces, this little thing, I'm just seeing like, where can you see it better under what color? Anyways, it's a floss threader. So you can get them like by the dozen at CVS or online. And this is how I get my charms on. I did start, when I first started using these, I went and got the expensive ones from, I don't know, where you do jewelry. And they break just as well as these actually, I think, last a little longer, and they're cheaper. One of my students was like, hey, you can do, I'm like, oh my God, thank you. They've saved me so much money over the years. Okay, so putting that in. I got to give it a tug. Making sure it's not, okay, handle the hangers there. This is not getting knotted on itself. It's going to get totally knotted on itself, and I'm just going with it. You go there. I got to give it a tug. Ready? Let's put some magic in. So also pretty. I'm not cutting. I'm leaving it like this with that black and this kind of like a mountain range, like those ragged rocks, one of those Capricorns, when those goats are going to climb up a mountain. I think it's very horn, like a horn. What do you think? Oh my God, I'm in love with it. Someone else is going to love this just as much, probably more. Can they love it more? No. All right, my friends, if you're watching this on YouTube and you are not a subscriber, please do. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're jealous that someone's going to win this, join the Broom Witch Academy. Oh, no, join the Broom Closet. Links in the bio. And if you're like, I want to learn how to do this, like, then you have no experience. People with experience like got what I just did, and they're putting their own magic on it, and that is awesome. Probably, and some people without experience just like could whip this out now from watching what I did. Other people are like, I need the point of view videos, and then you go to the Broom Witch Academy, and there you go. Have a very wonderful season of Capricorn. You're amazing. Climb your mountains. Get your goals. I will see you later, my friends.